I don't know what I was listening to the other day. Something from BBC, maybe. I don't know. What. In any case, they were saying something about how, the Russians are just paranoid and they're making all of this up about, existential threat because during every 100 years or so they get attacked by someone, Napoleon, Hitler, and so on. I don't think they're not making that shit up. What you're seeing right now with let's ban Russian tennis players, let's ban Russian gas, let's ban Russian music, ban everything. Like they're even trying to rewrite the crucial, pivotal, or central role that the Soviet Union played in defeating Nazis in World War II. They're even trying to remove that. So I really think this is a disgusting hatred of Russians or Russophobia, whatever you want to call it. It's a very nasty element that is resurfacing. It's bubbling up, and we're seeing it in plain sight. It's just overflowing, and it's really disgusting because it's so uncalled for and hysterical, truly hysterical. And it contradicts everything that they claim to stand for in the West about, equality and human rights and, diplomacy. Where's the diplomacy? Where are the human rights? You're banning Russian players tennis players for what their governments. What the fuck has that got to do with that? Like, are you mad? Yes, maybe they're mad. I don't know. Like, I don't know. They're even talking casually about nuclear war. So, it's worth contemplating what mental state they're in. I really don't know what to say. Like, this is leaving me speechless. And me and Pepe were joking about this, right? Like, we are journalists, and we can see that the decisions these banks are making are wrong. We can see what these governments are doing. All of these high-level decisions from the military, from the banks, from the energy firms, they're all wrong. And if we know this, it's our job to know this. How can they not know this? They must know these things, and yet they still keep egging on some sort of larger confrontation. It's really, really something else. I don't know what to say. Honestly, man, I would really love nothing more than for them to find a solution, because this is, my fear is that they are making this continue needlessly, to make money. And that's not far-fetched. It's really not far-fetched. I think there are some other goals at play. Not me. I don't have to say I think. All I have to tell you is go listen to Joe Biden and Lloyd Austin, and they will tell you themselves. The goal is to weaken Russia. We have to remove Putin. What was the exact Biden quote? He basically said regime change, right? When I was still a student, we really had a heavy focus on the Cold War. So extremely detailed. I'm so grateful for that, because I think next to World War II, it's the best thing that you can study to understand the world today. And one thing that was abundantly clear is that you don't engage in hot war and direct confrontation between the US and Russia, because it's the end of the world. It's something called mutually assured destruction. The idea that we have nukes and you have nukes, and if you fire one nuke, we'll hit you with 100 nukes and we'll destroy the planet. We'll all be gone and we'll all die. And it's this deterrent that makes sure that you don't have this issue. Now, unfortunately, that also means that you have proxy wars. So basically, you have the US and Russia fighting against each other, but using other people to do it, right? So you saw that in Africa, in Vietnam, all over the place, right? So you always had these proxy wars where one side was supporting the other, and so on. And of course, they were very, very bloody confrontations. My point is that you never, even at the height of the Cold War, even during the Cuban Missile Crisis, you never had a U.S. president saying we should get rid of the Russian leader, or we should coup him, or regime change, and the defense secretary saying that the goal is to weaken Russia. This is fucking insane. You would never say that. Yet these people are reckless. They are completely reckless. I know it's kind of a joke in a way, because these countries, they engage in war, and in diplomacy they're supposed to be like really fancy and polite. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? It's such a contrast. But you still have it. Do you understand? You still have it. There is an etiquette. Even if you're bombing the other guy, even if the US and the Russians, right, they're fighting each other in some other country, they still come and sit at the table. And there's like a basic minimum of sort of humility. That's gone. That's my point. Like, it's so bad that even that facade, this kind of like show, is gone, right? This act is, man.